Okay, so TronStake, did it just collapse? I know a lot of people were in Burex, right? And then Burex is starting to do shenanigans. I've done some videos on that, and it looks like it may be on the way out. A lot of people lost a lot of money in there. I had $40,000 tied up in Burex, and then they were all moving over to TronStake, and somebody brought me TronStake that was in Burex, and they said, well, we're waiting for Burex to see if they're really scamming us or if they're really going to pay us. Let's all move over to TronStake. And I'm like, I'm just a little baffled at why you guys keep throwing your money into these things, and you know that they're not sustainable. So TronStake, and I was going to kind of report on this and tell my opinion about it. I was even going to throw some money in because, I just figured if there's so many people doing these programs and there are more and more people doing these programs and they know that they're unsustainable, or they must they must know, like, something that's going to pay in 14 days 27%, and you can move this over 21 days 25%. These are crazy high returns. And so if you get into them early, yeah, you can make a lot of money with all of these programs. These are all the same programs. You have to understand TronStake and Burex and Cryptoware was another one. I lost a bunch of money in Cryptoware, which was super high risk. Forsage is different, by the way. Forsage doesn't hold your money. You see here in this one account, I made 358 ETH. 358 ETH, multiply that by $1,500. In my first, I mean, just under that in my first 3 months. It's been 4 months now. That's over $500,000. That's one account. I have 6 accounts totaling about 850 ETH. My team's made 12,000 last count at 90 days. Duplicatable system, super awesome. Reach out to me if you want to know more about that. I'm basically just reporting on these high risk, high yield programs. I might dabble in them, warn people about them. So I'm providing some value, saying, hey guys, if it's paying super high returns and they're holding your crypto, you're sending your crypto somewhere. Like, they were saying this was a smart contract. And I'm like, what difference does, I highly doubt it, but if it is a smart contract, what difference does it make if you're using that smart contract to send your Tron, your cryptocurrency, to somebody to hold it for you so that they can just run off with it? Like, again, I might dabble in these, play with these like the casino. You know what I mean? Like, you can go play in the casino, but you understand that if you stay there very long, you're going to walk out with nothing. Now, you might win, but most likely, if you're there very long, you're going to lose. And these are the same thing. And these are all the same thing. Now, Forsage is an exception. That is an actual smart contract. No one's holding your crypto. We're making tons of crypto. Totally different story, totally different model, totally sustainable. But these other ones, they all collapse. Forsage can't collapse. These other ones, TronStake, and what's this other one? Burex, Cryptoware, CashFX. Now, they've been running a long time, CashFX, because though programs that make it difficult to take your money out, like, for example, they penalize you and then they have it built into their payment system. So if you take your money out of CashFX, they'll pay it as a part of the compensation plan, but you get penalized a lot for doing it. Those can run longer because people aren't taking their money out. But all these programs have a shelf life, and in the end, they run off with people's funds. And a lot of these new ones that are popping up have really short shelf lives. We thought Burex would run longer than it did because they'd invested so much into the process, and you'd think they would at least last through the bull market, but even they look to be like they're not going to make it. I have so much ETH and Bitcoin in here, way more than this. This is just my returns. I'm not letting you take it out. And we're watching that. I've got some videos on reporting on that, but it's not looking good. TronStake, same model, but I looked at this and I thought they didn't invest hardly anything into the infrastructure, so this couldn't possibly last long. Somebody was sharing this with me 2 days ago, telling me how much somebody was making. I said, I was looking at this and I was going, this isn't going to last long. And then they reached out to me today and said it collapsed already. So I only know from them if it collapsed. I was just going to start to dabble with it. I was going to do a report on it and warn people about it. But when I warn people, I'm not saying like, don't do it. It's up to you. It's your responsibility. But I'm making sure that I'm the loudest in the industry to report that if you're putting your crypto or funds into something that someone else is holding that money and paying you returns, at any time they could run off with what they're holding. And just know that. And if you're promoting these types of programs that do that, make sure you let people know that. A lot of people are going to participate anyway. A lot of people are going to appreciate your candidness and openness. So anyway, let me know in the comments below. I need to open up my comments. Often I have them shut down because I don't like to monitor them and people are spamming and stuff, but I'm going to see if I'll open up my comments. Let me know, did TronStake collapse? Is it iffy? Are they kind of doing an exit scam kind of thing where it looks, they're trying to get people to put in more money and they got a story? I don't know what the full story is. I was going to report on this. I just wanted to let you guys know. I heard that they collapsed today, right when I was about ready to dabble with it, play with it, put a warning video out about its risk, because I think that's super important for people to understand the risk of these types of programs. If you're putting your crypto or your money in something that's paying high returns, they will always, in the end, run off with people's money or crypto. People who get in early sometimes can end up making a lot. Just understand it's like the casino. The longer you stay in, the higher the likelihood that you leave with nothing. And if you're going to promote these kinds of programs, please just at least tell people that. You know what I mean? Why not? And so let me know in the comments below, did they completely collapse? And what do you think about these types of programs? And do you like to dabble in them? Do you understand the risk? If you promote them, do you let people know, openly what the risks are? And, hey, and if you want to learn a no risk method to generating ETH, where you're not handing your crypto over to somebody that's paid me over, this is just one of 6 accounts. If you reach out to me, I can show you all 6 accounts. If you ask, over 800 ETH in my first 90 days, about 850 ETH total now, using a really simple duplicatable process. My team following that process, over 12,000 ETH in their first 90 days. Nobody can run off with it. It can't collapse. If you've seen this before and you think it's hard to build, you didn't see our team building strategy. It's super effective. I show people how to attract. You can even use my content, like to post on YouTube, even if it's their first time. We've got people doing this, loading my videos onto YouTube, and that's bringing them leads, and they're making ETH with that, plugging them into a sustainable process, teaching marketing, teaching how to attract quality people, not chasing prospects or any of that BS, not attracting friends and family or anything like that and having to convince them, but attracting high quality prospects, people that are the types who take responsible for their decisions, who want to succeed, who want to make a lot of ETH. It's super fun. It's super effective. Reach out to me if you want to learn about our strategy there, and I can show you what we're doing and how that works. Super effective. And you're not risking it like TronStake, like BeerAx, like these other programs. And there's going to be a lot more because the economy's in a crazy place, and the bull market with crypto has everybody really wanting to make easy money, and they're seeing easy money being made. And so their risk tolerance is through the roof. So you're going to see a lot more of these, but just remember and remind people, hey, you can participate in them if you want to, it's your choice, right? But understand the risk that these types of programs are not sustainable. They all have a very short lifespan. Some of them can run long, like Cash FX, if they're very elaborate and make it difficult to take your money out or penalize you because they'll run longer. But even that will end in the end. And when they do, they run off with everybody's money or their crypto. It's just the way they're designed. But they can be fun. I'm not saying not to do them. I dabble in them, I play in them, and I'll be reporting more. So subscribe to this channel if you want me to report. I didn't have time to do a full report on this because I was just about to do it, and I just got a note that they collapsed. Let me know, did they collapse? What's going on? What do you know about TronStake? Let me know in the comments below, and reach out to me at my link below. It'll take you to my Facebook Messenger. Ask me about our duplicatable system that's generated well over 800 ETH for me. First 90 days, 12,000 ETH for my team. And they can't collapse. They can't run off with it. It's not designed that way. It's a true Ethereum smart contract, and you don't send your funds to anybody. You do have to purchase access to the levels to get paid in that level, but you only pay once and then you get paid over and over and over again with our system, and you never have to pay again. And nobody is holding your money that you're making. That gets paid directly to your wallet. So reach out to me if you want to learn about that. Subscribe to the channel if you want to hear about other high risk, high yield programs or marketing strategies, how to attract high quality leads, how to promote successfully and effectively programs that you're excited about.